Hello, welcome to the Daily English News program on Azərbaycan Televiziya with the most important events of the day. On November 7th, President İlham and First Lady Mehriban Aliyeva visited Kəlbəcər and Şuşa regions.
President İlham Aliyev, First Lady Mehriban Aliyeva and their son Heydar Aliyev visited the village of Vangli of the Kəlbəcər district. During the occupation, the Armenians demonstrated another act of vandalism and made the board of the vehicle registration plates that belonged to the Azerbaijanis. President İlham Aliyev ordered the removal of the board. Then, the head of our state and First Lady Mehriban Aliyeva arrived in Şuşa. President İlham Aliyev and the First Lady got familiar with progress of construction of the 23-building residential complex and works to be accomplished in the Girls' Gymnasium historical building in the city of Şuşa. The head of our state and the First Lady then viewed the fortress wall and surrounding area, got acquainted with the restoration and reconstruction projects to be implemented by the Heydar Aliyev Foundation in some buildings located on the Panahali Khan Street, and attended the opening of the Yasemen Hotel. President İlham Aliyev and First Lady Mehriban Aliyeva viewed the buildings of a vocational school and a college, attended the opening of the Şuşa City Secondary School No. 1, viewed the restoration works carried out by the Heydar Aliyev Foundation in Mamaye Mosque. President İlham Aliyev and First Lady Mehriban Aliyeva also visited the Isa Spring in Şuşa.
President İlham Aliyev signed an executive orders and decrees on awarding military servicemen of Azerbaijan Armed Forces and employees of the Ministry of Interior, as well as on raising their official monthly salaries.
President İlham Aliyev signed an executive order on awarding servicemen of the Armed Forces of Azerbaijan and employees of the Ministry of Internal Affairs. According to the executive order, military personnel of the Azerbaijan Armed Forces and employees of the Ministry of Internal Affairs who showed high professionalism, bravery and courage in ensuring the territorial integrity of the Republic of Azerbaijan, who distinguished themselves while performing their official duties and the tasks assigned to the military unit, were awarded with orders and medals. 5 people were awarded with Karabakh, 30 people with Flag of Azerbaijan, 55 people with 3rd degree courage, 1 person with 2nd degree courage, 6 people with 2nd degree for service to the motherland orders. According to the executive order, another group of military personnel was awarded the 3rd degree for service to the motherland, for bravery, brave warrior, for distinction in the battle, for the liberation of Sugovushan, for the liberation of Khojavend, and for military services medals. President İlham Aliyev also signed a decree on raising monthly official salaries of military personnel of the Special Forces of the Ministry of Defense. According to the decree, the monthly salary of officers, warrant officers, and re-enlistees of the Special Forces is increased by an average of 2.1 times. The head of state also signed a decree on raising the monthly official salaries of active duty military servicemen of the Ministry of Defense, active duty military servicemen of the main department of the internal troops of the Ministry of Interior. With another decree of the head of state, the monthly salary of the active duty military servicemen of the State Service on Mobilization and Conscription, as well as of the State Border Service, was raised by 20% on average. The decree will come into force from the 1st of January 2024.
First Vice President Mehriban Aliyeva shared photos from Şuşa on her official Instagram page. The post says, Şuşa 7/11/2023. Azerbaijan reiterates its commitment to the reintegration process of Armenians residing in Karabakh and urges Armenia to display a constructive and equitable approach throughout the peace process while comprehending the regional realities, says an NFA press release. After the cessation of Armenian armed forces and the separatist regime in Azerbaijani territories, ample opportunities for peace and stability in the region have emerged. The Armenian side must comprehend that there is no alternative to peace and cooperation in the region. On 8 November, Victory Day, we honor the memory of the martyrs who sacrificed their lives for our independence, territorial integrity and sovereignty with deep respect and gratitude, the Foreign Ministry said in a statement. November 7th, 2020, the 42nd day of the Patriotic War, the struggle for the liberation of our lands was continuing. So what happened on that day?
November 7, 2020. The Armenian armed forces fired at the positions of our army and our residential areas in different directions of the front with various firearms, cannons and mortars. The battles continued in the Ağdərə, Ağdam and Xocavənd directions of the front with varying intensity. The enemy, who lost a large number of personnel and military equipment in the battles, was forced to retreat as always. The contemptible enemy could not digest the victory won by our army on the battlefield and took revenge by firing at our villages. On November 7, the Armenian armed forces fired rockets at the residential settlements of Tartar, Ağcabədi, Ağdam and Bərdə districts, and our army gave a worthy response on the battlefield. The good news of the day came from President İlham Aliyev. From his official Twitter account, the head of state announced the liberation from the occupation of Yuxarı Veysalli, Yuxarı Seydəhmədli, Qorğan, 3-cü Mahmudlu, Qacar, Dibanallılar villages of Füzuli district, Yuxarı Məzrə, Yanarhac villages of Cəbrayıl district, Qəzyan, Balasoltanlı, Mərdanlı villages of Qubadlı district, and Beşdəli village of Zəngilan district, Qarabulaq, Moşxmaat villages of Xocalı district, and Atagut and Sakuri villages of Xocavənd district. There were only 2 days left for the great victory.
You can get in touch with us by contacting AzTV hotline number 051-511-1956, through which you can report events you encounter as well as share your suggestions and remarks. You can also contact us via our WhatsApp and Telegram accounts. That was all for the day. Thank you for being with us. Goodbye.